Uniting a Community, the Galvan Ballroom Legacy. It's a new feature you can find at the Museum of Science and History. Please welcome Judge Bobby Galvan and Museum President and CEO Karen Stevenson joining us. It's so great to have you guys in, especially after Thanksgiving. So happy post.
Thanks for having us.
Happy Thanksgiving.
How incredible. What made y'all choose this particular site?
For me, the Galvan Ballroom and the story behind it really says so much about Corpus Christi. It tells us about the community we live in. It tells us how we got to be this particular community. It's the story of one person's decisions and how it rippled out across the community and continues to ripple out now.
Yeah, you grew up with this. Your father, his brothers. How did that come about?
Well, my grandfather initially built the building in '49, and at the time, of course, all the big acts would come. The Dorsey brothers, when the Dorsey brothers came, Doc Severson was on trumpet, Buddy Rich was playing drums, and there were a whole lot of other great musicians that came through. And the ballroom was always open to people of all creeds and colors. And that's something we're real proud of. I
was going to say, providing a community gathering place, a place where you can come and share common experiences and get to know and hear different sounds. The event at the museum, how do y'all plan on honoring that legacy?
Well, we've created an exhibit that really looks to the time to tell the story. Our curators worked with Texas A&M University's collections and archives team to pull news stories from the 40s and 50s and 60s. We've got a whole wall that tells the story of the Galvan Ballroom and all those who interacted with it. We have cutouts of the band members, life-size cutouts.
So you can take pictures with them,
So you can take
imagine.
photo ops. And then we also have, because the Galvan family was so literally instrumental in the development of music education in the community, we have a whole wall of band instruments that were played by Eddie Galvan's students.
Well, it's a beautiful facility. I've had a chance to officiate a wedding there. I don't know if you knew that. But growing up, I'm sure you had tons of fun and stories. Now that you're older, how do you appreciate that moment differently and what that building represents?
Well, yeah, I've grown up in that building all of my life. And the building represents a lot of things to a lot of people. It was the site of the first integrated dance in the area. And people have had their weddings there, then their 25th anniversaries there. I had a lady tell me the other day, I had my quinceañera there. Now my daughter's having her quinceañera there. We've got some young outfits that are putting on concerts there, which I love because I feel like that place feels like it has to have music being played in it. So, we're still in business and we're still renting.
I was going to say, and are there any plans for any upgrades or any kind of structural changes or anything? Or are you going to you want to preserve it?
We're going to preserve it the way it is, but obviously we're upgrading it technologically. But we're trying to preserve the integrity of the the vintage look.
Well, like I said, it's a great facility. If you haven't, you've driven by it, trust me. If you have a chance, you're invited to a party. Go check it out. In the meantime, the museum's a great place to go. Karen, Judge Galvan, a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so
much.
Thanks for having us.
Wonderful to have you here.
Best of luck. We're going to put
Take
all this.
good care.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to put all this information on our website at KIITV.com. This whole interview and how you can get involved. And the ribbon cuttings this morning. We didn't mention that.
Yes, it is 9 o'clock for members.
We like that. Thank you so much for coming in.